That looks beautiful. But things like that are actually totally accessible, George.
Massively. I mean, good design for me is about someone just sitting there with a pen, like what I'm doing, going, right, can you do that? Can you do that? Can you do that? Understanding how someone lives, that's really important, because we're all different. We might all live in a different way at home, you know, different amount of kids. Some people might work at home, some people might not. So the challenge for me is to get to know people really, really quickly and then sit with the existing house plan and go, right, that doesn't work, that doesn't work, that doesn't work.
In episode 1, we meet Mitch and Elliot.
Mitch and Elliot, yeah.
Who, whilst they were away on their honeymoon, they had an absolute disaster at home.
Yeah, the house flooded. Oh. That wasn't my fault, by the way. We hadn't started work by then. But yeah, they'd just bought this house, they'd gone away, burst pipe, entire place flooded. So when I turned up, it was just miserable. Stinking and damp and everything. So yeah, they moved out for a little bit, but then we turned it into that, which is pretty amazing, really, and it was completely knackered when we started.
That looks like a show home.
It does. I mean, we're seeing the beautiful afters here, obviously, but this show does highlight the challenges of renovating your house. What are some of the biggest perils and pitfalls that you've seen over the years?
Living on site is the worst thing ever, which they did. I mean, you've got dust everywhere all the time. They were washing their knives and forks and plates in the bath. And there's this awful... I don't know if you've got the clip, actually, but I think Elliot says there's nothing worse than getting in the bath and there's a bit of bolognese in there. Not good at all.
We're back to Italy again, Joe.
I was waiting for it. But yeah, living on site.
There's so many jokes that we're not going to go anywhere near.
Yeah, definitely not.
You also highlight some of the major trends that are going on in design in this series as well. Just give us an idea of what's becoming popular.
Well, connecting house with garden's a big deal. I'm not a gardener, but I'm always, when I'm sketching a scheme out, I'll be like, how can you link to the outside? I always like to think of your garden as being an outside room without a roof, if that makes sense, or an extension of your home without a roof. So you're kind of designing those garden spaces to feel like individual rooms, mini extensions, which is great. Yeah, appliance garages, they're trendy these days in kitchens. Do you know what that is?
No.
Imagine like a really, really mini garage with a little shutter on it in your kitchen.
Yeah.
And when you open it up, there's an air fryer in there.
Or
your toaster, or your coffee machine.
I'm sold on air fryer. Sign me up.
No, so like loads of people now in their kitchen want the appliance garage.
Is it hiding it behind something?
Yeah, basically. I mean, the doors can either like slide and fall back, or you might have a shutter on there. But all of your appliance clutter's just tucked out the way.
I mean, George, we've got you on this week, and I have to ask you about your tips for keeping cool, keeping houses cool, because a lot of homes in the UK, they're not built with these kind of temperatures in mind,
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it, with global warming, because we always talk about keeping our homes warmer and saving on our energy bills, and then you get a week like this week, and it's unbelievable. It's, like, unbearable, to be honest. Insulation's really good, which might sound a bit weird, so insulation keeps your house warm during the winter, but it can keep it cool in the summer.
So it sort of keeps the heat out?
It keeps the heat out. It's like a flask. If you think it with a flask, you put a hot drink and it stays hot for 8 hours. If you put a cold drink and it stays cold for 8 hours, so it keeps the heat out. And minimise the amount of glazing on your house. I know we always go, yeah, we love glass and we want loads of light, we want the views. But like too much glass these days, it's like living in a greenhouse. Bit of solar shading on the outside always helps as well.
Nice. And you're all about open plan.
Yeah.
Is there any room, any space in anyone's house now for separate rooms?
There is. I mean, you say I love open plan. I do. So kitchen dining, obviously. Kitchen dining, a little bit of living is a good thing. But I think these days we don't want like a trendy warehouse from the 1990s.
You need a little snug, don't
you? need a little snug.
Yeah.
A little separate snug just tucked out the way. So they've come back into fashion, basically. I mean, they've never really gone out of fashion, but in the 90s, it was all about full open plan living, kitchen dining living, and you would drive everyone mad. It was too noisy.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. There you go.
And Joe, you and Stacey, no strangers to home improvement. Have you got a snug? You've got a little...
I'd love to. I'd love a snug. I've got 6 kids. A little snug would be absolutely brilliant. No, Stacey very much does...
If he wants a snug, he goes to the next county.
No, Stacey does all the DIY. I'd love to get involved, but I've got ADHD, so I don't think ADHD and DIY go together. So I start something and then it never gets finished. So yeah, I know what I'm good at, George, and that is not one
Italian.
of them.
Speaking Italian.
Oui, oui, bella, bella.
Oui, oui, bella. George's new series, Beautiful Bills, starts tonight at 8 o'clock on Channel 4.
Now, before we go, there's just time to remind you that we